that you need to hear. That goes to my point of my live video the other night. Here's what you need to hear.
Good Twitter thread from an average everyday woman who's on the right. It's relatively short, but if you want to understand how we've gotten here, and you want to understand the psyche of people who are digging in and are with regards to not just Trump but just against the left, because there's a lot of discussion right now as to whether does any mean justify the end. This addresses that, and it also puts in perspective what people are feeling. And I'm gonna read it, and I want you keep an open mind, and I want you to get this perspective, because this is going to better inform you as to what is happening. The Twitter user is called Melcon, and she writes, "Small rant before I log off. We're supposed to be better than that. That's a delusion I've held on to for a year. I held on to it when Bush was called Hitler. I held on to it when they made fun of McCain's inability to use his arms and while I watched him be civil to people who called him a racist. I held on to it while they destroyed health insurance and called everyone a racist if you said anything critical of President Obama. I held on to it when they fired a rodeo clown and when they accused Romney of killing a woman with cancer. I held on to it when Hillary Clinton called people deplorable and when the left made the Trump voters a collective. I held on to it when I refused," this woman writes, "to vote for Trump both in the primary and the general. I held on to it when they accused a good man of sexual assault. I held on to it when the Virginia governor who wore blackface was not held accountable. Neither was the lieutenant governor investigated for sexual abuse allegations or the Virginia AG who also wore blackface. Now there is a contingent of anti-Semites in Congress and people who put targets on good men and women in ICE and CBP. I find I'm not better than them. I'm sick of being called a racist. I'm sick of being called a Stepford wife with internal misogyny. I'm sick of being called an Islamophobe. I'm sick of playing by the rules when the other side blanks all over them. No longer will the left be able to define who I am because I believe I am above the fray. The only way I can be better than them is to lose, because they don't fight fair. So I no longer want to be better than them. My children's future depends on it." She adds, "If you want to stick to principles and being better, I respect that. But in 10 years, don't wonder how the country descended to socialism. You've been warned." And that's her thread. The thing that really got me, and actually really made me sad, really, was that line she had where it says, "The only way I can be better than them is to lose, because they don't fight fair, so I no longer want to be better than them." Now, I'm not asking whether you agree with it or not, because I think that